Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, here we are with James Brown and Blackwork Studio in their brand new release, the Intergalactic. What a cool looking little dude there, a little space dude on the band. This is the Corona Larga 6 1/4 by 46. Cute little pigtail with the cap, and the foot is kind of sort of closed. Sort of gathers there at the end, almost unfinished and then closed. Now, this is a cigar that James describes as more of a traditional wheelhouse for them in terms of overall profile and with a definite Oveja Negra twist. I'm not real sure what that is. I've had several of these, but regardless. The blend is a dark Sumatra wrapper, Ecuadorian Habano binder, and Nicaraguan filler. Comes in a Robusto size also, 5.5 by 50. When someone learned I was going to review this cigar, they said, try the Robusto. You need to try it first. Well, I've had both, the Robusto and the Corona Larga, and I am going to review the Corona Larga. The reason is simple. I thought it was better. So let's get right to it. The new Intergalactic Corona Larga by Blackworks Studio. Well, with the chief in the background looking over everything, let us begin. Take off just this little bit of a pigtail here. Not much of one, is it? It's really kind of small. Good draw for a pretty much a closed foot. You see how it tapers there at the very end, like it's just kind of gathered. And anyway, wheat flavors come quickly. It doesn't take a lot of settling down with most of James cigars. It's a nice citrus, cedar, brown sugar combination, and it's very sweet. Underlying nougat, nutmeg, a dry nutmeg, and a sort of a leathery, earthy coffee. Black pepper at about 7.5 to 8. Pretty peppery. Very nice. Nice, sweet start. It's very sweet with the brown sugar and, of course, the citrus, and then the nougat. Got a nice, sweet start here. First third. The citrus is toned down, but not the brown sugar and the nougat. And I would say the nougat is morphed over in more of a toffee. I neglected to say cinnamon in the first to light up, but it has really blossomed. It was there, and it's really come forward. The nutmeg is there, and it's in the mix, and I can detect it, but it's not in the way because those sweet notes just stomp it right away. The earthy, leathery coffee is still there. It makes a nice base. Again, not in the way. Just makes a nice base. The pepper is fantastic. I would say it's an 8. The finish is some brown sugar and cinnamon, a small capsule, and nutmeg with good lingering black pepper. Cigar is very sweet. It's hitting on a lot of cylinders with me because I like sweet, and the brown sugar and the toffee, cinnamon too, very tasty. The first third I'd rate 95. A lot of you who know me will say, "Oh, that's only because you like James Brown cigars." Well, there's a reason I like James Brown cigars, and this is another example. It's just good. Not penalizing somebody for being good. So it's a very good first third, and you can see we didn't get a lot of time out of it. 21 minutes, and I go real slow when I'm doing these reviews, so you may get just shy of that. It's going to be a quick cigar, basically about probably an hour. But that's a good time for this tasty little morsel. So let's see what the second third has. End of the second third. And the cigar has morphed, shall we say. The earthy, leathery black coffee really rose. Like so many times it happens, the sweeter notes are extremely dwarfed. They're there. But the pepper is still excellent, but the leathery, earthy black coffee really rose. It happens. Finish is unchanged. The cigar is medium bodied at this point. I wouldn't say it's any more than that. But the sweetness really took a dip. And I wasn't prepared for that. Well, I was. But, you know what I'm saying? I really thought it would kind of last throughout. But it didn't. And it's probably going to come back in the end. I don't know. But for this section, I'd rate it 92. It made a big difference. Now, is the cigar still good? Yes, but it's not nearly as good as it was in the first third. Not nearly. So I'm hoping it's going to bounce back, and a lot of times they do. Sometimes they stay subdued. So we'll have to find out. Down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Another use for the perfect draw, just like I think we did this just the other day. This is a handy tool, folks. If you don't get one, you're missing out. It's great for bad draws and for nubbing. Well, as if on cue, the cigar bounced back in a big way. Go back and re-look at the first third and move it right here. It's just like that. The second third let me down a little bit. It got very earthy, but not here in the final third. It came right back the way it was in the first third. I mean, it's exact. All those sweet notes are there. Now, like I said in the first third, the citrus decreased. Well, we don't have citrus here, but we've got a ton of brown sugar, a ton of the toffee, and the pepper is out of this world. It's fantastic. It is intergalactic. I'll pause for you to make fun of me. But, folks, the cigar got real good again. The finish may be a little better. It's about the same. It's about the same. We'll call it the same. Good lingering black pepper. Pepper is not an issue throughout. It was even good in the second third. The pepper is not an issue. The second third is a little bit of a downturn, but it bounces right back. So we're going to go back to 95, and it's fantastic, and it deserves 95 for the final third. So when you average it out, you have 94. And it's well worth that. It's a fantastic cigar. If the middle section would have held its ground, you'd have a 95. But we have a 94, and that's not too bad. So there you have it. The new Intergalactic Corona Larga by Blackwork Studio, 94.